Hi everyone, Armor King TV21 here, doing a little bit of a personal video today. I kind of been asking myself, and I've been asked by quite a few people, like my family members and such, and everything like that, what do I find so fond about Armor King? Like, why do I like this character over everyone else in Tekken? And I mean in Tekken in general. So, like, to answer your guys' question, I want to just come out and say Armor King has been the very first character that I actually ever picked in Tekken that I actually felt something. Like, I felt like I wanted to play this character the moment I saw him. And that was ever since the likes of Tekken 2 and Tekken 1. Now, I had no idea he existed in Tekken 1, so I played Tekken 2 Armor King as soon as I found out he existed and that he was unlocked. Armor King didn't exist for me in Tekken 1 until after I found out he existed in 2. Now, why is this so important to me is mostly because this character looked and played almost exactly like King, right? Except he had things that I liked about him. And the things that I ended up liking was the Mishima aspect, like the pseudo-Mishima stuff. And I say pseudo-Mishima lightly, right? Because some people will get a little mad if I call him more Mishima than anything else. But to me, if you have a crouch dash, you should be considered a partial Mishima, not a full Mishima, you know? If you have a wave dash and stuff, and you have anything that looks similar, like Dark Upper, and you have a whole 50-50 mix-up. Like, with Armor King, his 50-50 is a high, rather than his 50-50 being a low. So, all of his stuff is mostly highs. But anyway, these wave dash things didn't even come into fruition until, like, Tekken 5. Like, you didn't really notice them there until DR. And I never even got to play this character in DR. See, my legacy with this character spans all the way back to Tekken's 1 and 2 and Tag Tournament. And then I sort of felt lost for a while. I had a big character crisis. And I played the likes of King, like, a lot. And King is a really interesting character, right? But he's not interesting enough to replace Armor King. The aesthetic, the look of this character, like, let's just talk about the look, right? This character, and let's go back to this look right here, not this new one. This basic look right here with the armor and the belt, the gauntlets that have the nice spikes on them, the armor stuff right here. Like, you can even see original Armor King and King up here in the sky ring, watching over Armor King in this ring here, but that's just a nice little mod detail. But when you look at all the armor plating, and you look at Armor King's, like, just design in Tekken 6 right here, it retains a lot of what made Armor King so interesting in Tekken 1 and 2, is that it's this very simplistic, like, I don't even know what these type of pants are. Are they pleather, or they're very, like, sturdy, and just the armor plating and the nice color difference between the eyes, the red eye and the green, the amazing and awesome difference between the gray and the gradient of the white into the gray. It's something I really, really find interesting about Armor King. It's just not only his design, the fact that this character has a scar. Like, look, I really also like Kazuya, right? And Kazuya, if it wasn't for Armor King's presence, would be my favorite character in Tekken. If it wasn't for Armor King's presence, I would be obsessed with Kazuya. Kazuya is cool, and I've always wanted to actually pick up and learn that character and get good with that character. But because of Armor King's existence, I've been more interested in keeping and retaining my purity with the character by playing King instead. And King is far more different. far more different gameplay-wise than Armor King. Let's go into the details about that, right? So, Dark Upper exists, and he had a dragon uppercut that looked like Heihachi's, but now it's replaced with Crouch Dash 1 since Tekken Tag Tournament 1. He has a full-blown Wave Dash, which we didn't have access to until Tekken 5 DR. Like, they gave Armor King freedom of movement and spacing, or spacing into your opponent correctly. I believe we did get forward 2 in DR. I'll correct myself later. We also have this new 10-hit combo that made him different. We have like 2 10-hit combos with Armor King. We have oh, hold on. I messed that up bad. I'm messing this up real bad. There we go. It's that combo. And that becomes an unblockable version of 3+4-2, which is really neat. And back 3 has existed, but it's always been kind of weak in almost every game, except Tekken 6 through 7. This move got a lot more utility in Tekken 6 through 7. That includes Tag 2, because back 3 actually guaranteed something on hit. Armor King got a shoulder in Tekken 5 DR as well. And like this shoulder charge, this right here, is such a unique and good whiff punish tool that it just solidified Armor King's game plan even more to being a whiff punish oriented character that focuses more on the brawling more so than anything else when it comes to the wrestling style. Oh, and to put this out there, and this is going to sound weird and off for a lot of people that are really into wrestling, but I have never actually got into wrestling because of these characters. I was never into it to begin with, and in fact, I didn't even go out and seek wrestling even after these characters have inspired me and I have like shown so much love to these characters and these characters specifically. Like, I have gone out of my way to I've even gone out of my way to go into real wrestling because I'm so interested in these characters. Like, I've actually participated when I was young and in first grade, around, third grade is when I did it. I was in third grade in elementary school and I showed that I was really interested in the wrestling sport. And like the most I've actually come up with that is about, I've gotten like 3 first place medals at like once. Not at once, but I've gotten 3 at maximum is what I'm trying to say. Like, I did real wrestling and I showed further appreciation for how cool, like, these moves are. I call it real wrestling, not to disrespect anyone that watches and or plays and or does anything with the WWE. I call it real wrestling. I call it real wrestling because that's the wrestling I was taught, versus like, any of the stage wrestling, the WWE, WWF, anything like that. Like, I actually really respect the art of these things. These are really cool, but I never was able to get into it or watch any of it seriously because I always had a person in my ear whispering, it's all fake, right? So instead of allowing me to enjoy it, I just always got that in my ear all the time, where, people would just not want to watch it, so by doing that, they would often discourage me about it. That's not real, all the things that they're doing are staged and performed. It's just like, alright, man, I mean, I'm just trying to watch and get into it, and every time I tried to get into it, I couldn't hold too much interest in it, but that has nothing to do with my love for this character. Wrestling has actually nothing to do with why I think this character is cool. Like, I think this character is cool because, I mean, it has everything to do with wrestling, right? But not in the way that you think. So, I love all of Armor King's animations. Every single throw. Every single throw he has is super cool. Everything. And I do mean everything. Like, I love this character. This is my character, and I will love him forever. I love everything about him. He is so cool, and he means the world to me. And why he means the world to me is mostly because of how nostalgic everything feels. Like, I have so much experience that I've built up with this character. I have so much fun learning how to be this character. I've had way more fun in my lifetime playing Armor King in a video game than I have had playing any character in any video game. Like, all the hardships, everything that I've ever learned. I've had more fun learning and adapting Armor King's gameplay than I have with any character, like in any sort of video game, including the likes of like Master Chief in Halo, including the likes of like just Doom Guy in any of the Doom games. Like, I have a strong connection to this character because he is so cool. Like, everything about him to me feels perfect. This into the curb stomps. This into the curb stomps. And like this recent addition here. Feels so good. It feels so good, so right, so correct. It just, there's nothing about this that I hate. There's nothing about Armor King I dislike. I love this. This is so cool. Boom, boom. I love this. This is so cool, you know what I mean? I love this. They kept all these old animations. Like, I love the Stone Cold Stunner. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys when I say I absolutely miss back 4-3. But this is such a good addition. And it's like a mirror edge of what King's version is. Because King's is forward 3-1+2. Armor King's is back 4-1+2. Cool. It's just so good. And like, again, it's a mirror image, the perfect yin-yang. Armor King leaves them forward and front-facing, while King leaves them with their back turned. Armor King goes for Okazeme with a forward 4, and they try to get out with either a toe kick or something. And let's say if they try to get out with a toe kick. Like, let's say they try to get out with a toe kick. Hold on. There we go. They try to get out with a toe kick. They get launched because you're expecting them to toe kick. But if they go for... if they try to stand up out of it... oh my goodness. See that? Every down back 2 is going to catch them trying to wake up. And that means, like, every situation, even if they try to side roll, this catches them. Ooh. It pokes them, right? It pokes them. And it's just such a good tool. It's so good. Like, this move is, like, back 4, 1+2 is so good. Ooh. And if, again, and the funny part is that you can commit to the down back 2-4 if you want to. However, if you also really want to have, like, lots of fun pressuring your opponent, forward 4 is going to be there for you every time. Down forward 1 is such a cool move. This little gut punch. Ugh. Down forward 1+2, it's a spin move, man. Boom! Like, it has so much impact. So much good Okazeme. Boom! Like, Down forward 3. Boom! So much impact, so much care to me went into the counter hit move for that. Like, down forward 4, stay away from me, get away from me, Like, I can never, ever praise this character enough. Armor King is special to me because of how cool he looks on screen doing things. And I will never be more passionate about a character like him. Armor King, I want him to be back in Tekken. But not just because I love the character, but because I love sharing this character with people that also love him. Like, I'm not going to be the type of person that goes, you know, if I play this character, I'm the only one that gets to play him. No! In fact, when more people started playing this character, I finally felt in some regard I wasn't alone. Because it's just like, man, I'm so glad there are Armor King mains that share this love and passion for this character just as much as I do. And I will never not love him. Ever. He is the sickest character. Like, look at his Tekken 7 design. We're going back. We're looking at his Tekken 7 design. This was the perfect character redesign any video game has done with their character. Armor King's character in this game looks so slick. Like, the armor and the gauntlets. Like, it's even funnier, too, because this is such an anime trope with like, how, like, anime this armor looks. Like, this armor is so funny, because this is not, like, battle-made armor. This is not armor that you'd actually take with you. Look at these greaves. These greaves are so cool, dude. Look at the metal bands around the greaves. Look at the belt. You know, I've even seen people in fan art, or like even so when they're advertising a tournament, they would have Armor King's glove or gauntlet holding up his belt and everything, making it look like a fucking crown and stuff. Like, this is so cool. Like, this belt design for his greaves are so cool. The cape around his, like, on his lower waist area, so cool. And the evil is what it says right here on this symbol to let you know that Armor King is the heel character. And look at the armor on his tail. The adding of armor onto his tail was genius. Like, I will never stop gushing over Armor King. Armor King, and look at the scarf! They didn't have to add this scarf, but they did. Like, Armor King looks so freaking sick in this game, bro. Again, Armor King is my favorite character of all time. And I, again, will always find him special. I will always find him cool. Forward 4 is a wall bounce. Forward 2 wall splat. It goes into a free wave dash mix-up that they have to eat. It's so good. Armor King is, to me, what any person who is attached to their main is, but this character is my childhood. This character is the reason I wanted to get better at Tekken. This character is solely why I play this video game. And I will never, ever stop preaching that this character is the coolest character in the game. He has got so much good design. Look, again, the chainmail on his arms. Just, the chains around his gauntlets, dude. Like, there's stuff there that I've missed, that I forgot to talk about, that is just plain old there. His intros, like his new animated intros, his interactions with Marduk, and another big thing about Armor King that I absolutely love that I will never stop talking about is how good his story is in comparison to a lot of the other Tekken characters. Like, Armor King and King's story with Marduk is so fleshed out that it's actually more bizarre to me why these are the only side characters that have just as much potential. Like, I am bewildered, right? I'm bewildered by the fact that the Mishima's story is just as interesting, if not like a little less interesting to me than the story with King and Armor King, and also Marduk. Then again, you know, we're talking about super powerful devil beings fighting each other for the right to, like, live, survive, and not take over the world, or take over the world and stuff like that, for dictation. While Armor King and King are fighting, like, they're fighting each other over what, if Marduk is, like a good person to keep around. Like, Armor King straight up watched Marduk desecrate his brother's grave, bro. Like, this character on the left just witnessed a jackass. The jackass that not only admitted killing his father, not father, but brother, sorry. Wow, I'm so fucked up right now. But he just admitted killing his brother with his own hands, and then he desecrates his grave to prove a point that he's dead. And then everyone, like, it's kind of offensive to me how Armor King can just explain himself and tell you that he is another Armor King. He is the brother of Armor King. There's photo evidence that he is Armor King's brother, and that somebody doesn't know that that's Armor King's brother. Like, this is Armor King the second, and he's not even the second either. He's Armor King. He's still one of the original Armor Kings. In fact, I think he's the younger brother of the first Armor King, and he's not that much younger. This character is sick. He is cool, man. He goes and gets shit done. He goes and fights Marduk, kicks his ass. He's like, that's it. I'll leave him alone after that. I already beat his ass. I don't need to do anything else. Because Marduk was all like, I'm gonna wear Armor King's mask and disrespect him on TV and call out King. Like, Armor King wasn't gonna come up and kick his ass for that. That was cool, man. And then, like, Marduk and King go searching for Marduk's attacker, despite Marduk fucking fully deserved it. Like, Marduk had that ass beating coming to him. He deserved it. He's actually lucky that Armor King didn't kill him. In fact, Armor King left them alone after the King of Iron Fist Tournament 6. Like, after the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, he left them all alone during the King of Iron Fist Tournament 6. He didn't even care. He didn't even care about King or Marduk. In fact, he distanced himself from those people, and then they fucking close in, and Craig Marduk desecrates the dude's grave, the first Armor King's grave, while Armor King on the left here is just trying to visit his brother's grave, because the dude just looking at a picture of his bro, man. He was just looking at a picture of his brother before he went from the locker room straight to the cemetery, and bro, Marduk is all like, yeah, he should be dead, bro. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Marduk is the biggest piece of crap, and he's like the biggest piece of crap, man. Is he worse than Heihachi? Probably not. But he's a big piece of shit, and and I'm sorry. Like, I would, as King, question him as to why the fuck he did that. Not even question who Armor King is. My question is, dude, I fuck with you, but why the fuck did you do that? You did not need to prove anything. You didn't need to desecrate the dude's grave. I don't know. I can't get behind King's side either. Like, anyway, like, wrapping this story up, I'm very passionate about Armor King, as you can tell. I went on a big old rave and talk along about Armor King and why I view him to be the coolest character there is. Now, comment down below what you guys think, what you guys love about Armor King, what you guys enjoy about this character, whether or not if you think this character is, like, being tier hoard right now, or whether or not you guys actually love the character and have genuine respect for other Armor Kings that actually play in the tournament. Please leave a comment down below. Like, tell me what you guys cherish about Armor King, what you guys feel, what you guys actually love about him. I will gladly respond. I'll wait. I love Armor King, and I love sharing this character with you guys, and honestly, I couldn't be more appreciative that you guys have, like, not only stopped by this channel, but have found this channel helpful. to any of you guys, and I'm thankful that I was able to help any of your guys' journey along the way with getting better with this character. You guys, to me, are amazing. I love you guys. I care about every single one of you, and I really, really appreciate it. You guys have an amazing day. And again, tell me why you guys love Armor King in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.